the Warriors are still alive with the three superstars, Draymond Green, Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson. So that core's still there. So they're still a dangerous team. They're not a team that you can disregard. You look at the Rockets, the Houston Rockets, with James Harden and what's his name came from Westbrook from the Oklahoma City Thunder. So you're looking at a league, right there with, man. I say it's kind of interesting but scary at the same time. The level of competition, and then you got to bring it every night.
Yes, you're definitely right.
Yeah.
And then you have a lot of sleeper teams out there just teams that you can't sleep on, like the Nuggets and the Jazz, who doesn't have really too many big name superstars, but their team together, like the Jazz, down in Michael Conley are pretty well, but they're not top 5 caliber players, but they're still capable of maybe getting a second or third seed in the West if they really put it together.
You talk about the Nuggets, man. The Nuggets. That's a dangerous team. That's a really dangerous team, and they could have been in the NBA Finals for all I care last year. And they still got their core, together. So that's I don't know. I mean, the NBA is it's an exciting league to watch this year.
Yes, sir.
Very exciting team to watch this year. So we're talking about not just the team, but now in terms of who's the man this year. Who's the guy? Who's I know definitely a lot of people over the years. LeBron James. Of course, you have in the conversation you have Steph Curry. Kevin Durant. You got what's the name? James Harden, Russell Westbrook. All these guys. But man, the name he's not flashy, but that's the guy right there. I feel like is in my opinion, I think that's the best player in the league right now. Is Kawhi Leonard. What's your take?
I was definitely gonna go with him too. Wow.
Okay.
Honestly, the reason why I would agree with you is because, to be honest, after that thing that happened with him with the Spurs, people thought that they didn't think he was over, but they didn't think he wouldn't be as good as he was.
Right.
And after he proved this wrong, like last year, he was amazing. And I know this year, with a great team like that, like he just came back even, like I won't say better than ever, but yeah, he's defensively and offensively, he's just been on a tear. He gets to his spots, he scores when he wants, he plays defense. It's just like, he's the silent assassin. I love it though, He's been very helpful and goes about his business. For a guy like that,
The dude is he's very, I was gonna say super intelligent, but he's very intelligent, very composed. Even when you watch him when he plays in this is what I admire the most about. He's taking his time to master the game, and not only master the game, but master his emotions. Because when you watch him play, he's never in a rush. He's always taking his time to get to a spot. He takes his time to shoot. He does, of course there are moments where you say, he's, trying to get the shot off real fast before, the defender comes up on him. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the overall composure of how he plays the game, how composed and how focused he is, I was just a while back talking to my son about, watching him play and watch his pace during the game. How you will notice other players running down the court real fast. This guy has a steady pace. Like he runs across the court at a steady pace. So he's like, if he conserves his energy, that's one. Two, he understands positioning, footworks, and things like that. That makes a difference between the player who has not taken his time to master that, to understand that, hey, man, he's always going to be in a position he's not even calling for the ball all the time like other players who score 30, 40 points a night, but he gets that 20, 30 points a night,
Yeah, that's true. Yes.
I mean,
yeah, definitely true.
and this is someone who I think is mastered his craft, and I think he's just at the tip of
Yes, he knows some
greatness.
sweet spots. He knows some sweet spots.
Yes.
Oh man, he gets his sweet spots and he just terrorizes opponents.
Wow. You know that, and like I said, it's really admirable, and yeah, I can't say much. At this stage, I would say number one. Obviously, LeBron would be right there, number two after him, and obviously, a lot of people who are watching the game will, definitely who are basketball watchers. For me, I would put James Harden right there, number three, even though a lot of people don't like him, and because of the way he hogs the ball and using so much time on the clock and stuff like that. But yeah, I still put him right up there because he's another dude who's also mastered the craft of playing the game at the highest level. I mean, it's hard to guard and all that, but yeah, the biggest knock on him is he's got to be able to convert that regular season mastery, intensity, and take that into the exactly. So I'm looking at the Yahoo Sports rankings, the week 2 rankings. The bottom definitely is the Sacramento Kings 0-3, New York Knicks, where they just won their first game tonight, so that will push them up a little bit. They were ranked in number 29. The Cleveland Cavaliers at 1-1. Washington Wizards, the Chicago Bulls, Memphis Grizzlies, and number 24 and 23 is the Detroit Pistons, Indiana Pacers 0-2. This was last week's rankings, but I'm going to go with that because some of the games are still on tonight. The Oklahoma City Thunder 1-2. They lost again tonight against the Houston Rockets. New Orleans Pelicans got beat again by the Golden State Warriors. Phoenix Suns, they pulled a surprise in one. They beat the Clippers.
Yes. Man, that was Devin Booker. Be honest, that's one player that I want to see him on the Phoenix. I don't think he needs to get out of there because that's a great player, man. A team will be lucky to have him.
Yeah. So you think that's the kind of player that the New York Knicks can go after?
I don't even think he needs to go to the Knicks. To be honest, that's almost the same situation. I feel like with the Knicks, it's on a different conference. I feel like a team that he would fit well at is somewhere maybe
the Raptors.
It's a bunch of teams. Yeah, the Raptors.
The Raptors, huh?
Maybe if they'd even have the Bucks there, have Chris Middleton, I'll say the Bucks. Because sometimes they.
To get them over the hump. To get them over the hump. Yeah. Yeah. I know Chris Middleton definitely is a great player. He's clutch too. But again, like you say, you need a sharpshooter like Devin. To open things up for Antetokounmpo. Because obviously you need that dangerous. Player that can penetrate, that can open the floor, that can shoot from the 3-point line and draw the defense out and open the lanes up for Antetokounmpo. Because that's the kind of player he needs. Chris Middleton, he's clutch like that, but he's not. He doesn't command that type of attention from the defense. So they're not going to rush at him to try to shut him down and all that stuff, open the lanes up for the next big name on the team. So obviously that's the issue they have right there. So Golden State Warriors are ranked number 18 on that, but they won their first game tonight against the Pelicans. Orlando Magic sitting at number 17, Brooklyn Nets at 16, Atlanta Hawks at 15, Dallas Mavericks at number 14, Toronto Raptors at number 13, Miami Heat at number 12. The Celtics at 11. Timberwolves, wow, they're 3-0. They're doing great. They're number 10. The San Antonio Spurs at number 9. The Portland Trailblazers at number 8. Utah Jazz is number 7. Houston Rockets at number 6. The Lakers at number 5. The Bucks at number 4. The Denver Nuggets at number 3. Philadelphia 76ers at number 2. And then the Clippers at number 1. Now, I would not contest too much of the top 10 as far as I'm concerned. I think the only thing that might change is just positioning might shift a little bit, but I think those are just about right. Only thing is I think the Golden State Warriors who were pushed with. I don't know the ones who were doing this rankings. Obviously, they hadn't won a game before they got ranked at number 18, but I think that they would be bumped up real soon to the top 10. They should be in the top 10. In my opinion. And but again, looking at the teams here. Utah Jazz, Portland Trailblazers, San Antonio Spurs. Yeah, man, it's league. The league is looking really interesting. So, what's your view so far on what you've heard in the rankings?
My view, honestly, I like this. I actually have friends that before never wanted to watch the NBA because they said, "Oh, you know who's always going to win," but now they like. I can't wait to watch it because it's really up to anyone. It's anybody's game.
Right. Yeah. And I think that's a good thing because for the league itself, I think they had to find a way to break that super team concept idea that you had to go join a bunch of other guys to make to try to get a ring. And I'm not sure if the league had anything to do with some of these guys moving, but again. With the salary cap, up there now, and guys making crazy amount of money in the league, I think it only makes sense that hey, you go where you are for the max. Definitely winning the ring means a lot, but yes, this is about at the end of the day, it's a career. You want to make a living doing it and make the best you can out of it while you're healthy, right?
Yes, that's true, definitely.
Yeah. So, NBA Finals. I know it's too kind of early to do that, but we got projections. People are talking. They're giving projections out there. So we want to do that too. Western Conference Finals. Who you think are gonna make it to the Western Conference Finals?
All right, Western Conference Finals.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go with the Clippers and the Lakers.
Clippers and the Lakers. Okay. I mean. Yeah, I mean that would be a great series, definitely in the same city. Yeah, I mean that would put Hollywood over the top all over again. I mean, but I would I don't know, maybe I'm biased towards my Houston Rockets, but I think the Houston Rockets are going to be right there with the.
Wow, you think the Rockets?
I think yeah, but yeah, but they're still working out the chemistry issue, in terms of Russell Westbrook and James Harden. They're still working that out, but I think that's something they're going to figure out. And once they figure out, and they're working it out. I mean, I just saw them play tonight, and they look good. They play the Oklahoma City Thunder, which is really not a threat, but still, it's an NBA team. You can't underrate no NBA team. So the reality is, I saw them play, and I think they look good. And once they play, and I'm going to hold. Hold back a little bit on saying definitely it's going to be them and the Clippers. For sure, the Clippers are going to be in the NBA Finals. But again, who knows? Barring injuries and any other thing else, and barring the fact that they don't need to go out there on the rating teams that they're playing like they did when they played the Phoenix Suns and they dropped that. Yeah. So they did drop the ball on that, and basically, literally. So barring any of those, I'll say mistakes, I think they'll be right there in the finals. Now, the other team that's going to join them in the finals, in my opinion, that's going to be between the Houston Rockets and the Lakers. That's in my opinion. But I think I'm leaning more towards the Houston Rockets. But I want to see them play the Lakers first of all and see how that goes when they play.
Yeah, definitely.
Then I'll know for sure. From first impressions, I'll know for sure. What's going to happen down the season. Then out of the Western Conference, who you think is going to come out to go to the finals?
So the Western Conference, we got the Lakers and Clippers. On the Eastern Conference, I feel like, this is very tough. I got the Bucks still going back there. I feel like Giannis is still, as much as they talk about everybody else, Embiid is one of my favorite players.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Giannis still is the top-ranked team out there.
Right.
And so we got the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with wild one. I'm gonna go with the Sixers. Actually.
Yeah, that's my